Hello. In today's video, I will be explaining proper leopard gecko care. I know I'm probably going to offend a few people with this one, but the minimum size enclosure for an adult leopard gecko is a 20-gallon long enclosure. However, a 40-gallon is much better for them. It gives them much more space, so I do recommend a 40-gallon enclosure instead. Next is substrate. Substrates not to use are things like sand, calci sand, and vita sand. These can cause impaction within the leopard gecko, which is where the leopard gecko will ingest so much of something that it cannot poop and it will kill them. A safe substrate to use is a 70% mixture of topsoil, 30% sand, which is kind of what they live out on in the wild. Or you use what I use, a 50-50 mixture of coconut fiber and repti soil. The repti soil is a little bit too moist by itself. The coconut fiber can be too dry and dusty by itself. So the 50-50 mixture helps to balance everything out. Next is heating and lighting. For heating, I like to use a heat lamp with a basking bulb for my leopard geckos. However, you could also use a deep heat projector or ceramic heat emitter. Some people also like to use heat mats, but I don't really recommend them too much since they don't provide any light for the leopard gecko and they just kind of break down easily somewhat. Also use a thermostat with whatever heating equipment you are using. Not using a thermostat runs the risk of not only burning your gecko because your heating equipment can overheat, but it also runs the risk of a fire hazard. So use a thermostat to control the temperature of whatever heating equipment you're using. This one's also kind of another touchy subject, but leopard geckos do not need any UVB lighting to survive or even thrive, as long as you're correctly supplementing them with calcium powder and vitamin D3. Other than that, they don't need UVB, but if you're not supplementing them with those two things, then use UVB. I still recommend using UVB anyway, but I don't even use UVB with my leopard geckos. However, I do use it with my turtle, so because for obvious reasons, of course. Actually, let me know down in the comments if you would like me to do a yellow belly slider care guide. I think that would be pretty neat. So let me know down in the comments if you would like to see that. On to temperature. So you want your hot spot / basking area to be around, well, I keep my hot spot around 93 to 94 degrees Fahrenheit. And the warm side itself is around 90 to 85. The middle is kind of 85 to 80, and the cool side is around 85 to 74 or 75. You're also going to want at least 3 hides for your leopard gecko, one on the warm side, one on the cool side, and one in the middle, closer to the cool side, as the moist hide. The moist hide is where the leopard gecko will go to shed its skin. The cool side is, to be cool and hide, and the warm hide to be hot, warm and hide as well. Next is cohabitation. Please don't cohabitate your leopard geckos. It's not worth it. 2 males will fight. A male and female will breed, and I don't recommend that if you're just getting into leopard geckos. Even then, shouldn't have a female in with a male leopard gecko 24/7 anyway. 2 females might get along, but I still don't recommend it. They're solitary by nature anyway, so just don't cohabitate them. It just puts unnecessary stress on them. Lastly, I want to talk about where to get one from and what to look out for when getting one. I recommend getting your leopard gecko from a breeder, a reputable breeder. Make sure they show you pictures of not only the babies, but their equipment and the parents, just to make sure that, they're legitimate. But if you do get them from a pet store, you want to make sure that their eyes look clear. There's no discharge coming from their eyes or their mouth or nose or anything like that. Or they don't look super skinny or underweight, or their head doesn't look like it's just abnormally sized from the rest of the body. Another thing I also forgot to mention was metabolic bone disease. Why you must supplement your leopard geckos or give them UVB is to prevent metabolic bone disease, or MBD, It is where a gecko's joints and bones will become all spongy and bend out of shape. It's really painful, and sometimes it gets to the point to where the leopard gecko has to be euthanized. So remember to either give them UVB, or if you don't, supplement them. That's about it. This video was originally 33 minutes long, but I had to shorten it. So sorry if it was kind of quick and everything. But yeah, but if you have any questions, ask them down in the comments below. Also, be sure to do research on any animal before getting it. So I will give links down in the description to other good leopard gecko care guides, or you can even join my Discord server as well. So until next time, I'll see you later.